Yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay. Do you know how to uninstall an app? Yeah, it's okay. If you want, we'll do it right after TuberChat. Oh, pardon me, everybody. The mic is on. I'll be there in a second. Welcome to TuberChat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Thank you everybody for coming in so early, and thank you for the action in the chat already. Jack Dawson with your super chat. I appreciate that as always. So we will look at your channel in a moment before we start spinning the wheel. And Bugsy Cruiser, thank you so much for getting a membership again. We'll look at your channel right after Jack Dawson, so thank you for that. And of course, you'll have a guaranteed feature because you're in a silver membership. Those slides that we just saw at the beginning, we also see them at the middle and the end of the live stream. And I'll make sure those are set up. Those are set up by tomorrow. Jack Dawson, thank you one more time again for another super chat. Wow, I appreciate that. Jack Dawson is a very generous supporter and loyal and dedicated, of course. So today's featured channel is Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs, and for those of you who've been here lately, you know that she joins us regularly. Now, I haven't been able to catch her on any other social medias, but hopefully she'll come into the chat today. But I wanted to feature her channel regardless because she has had impact on our community, of course. So thank you everybody for coming in. And let me, oh, there's two pineapples walking in as well. Antoinette at Fun is here. I'm just going to get a couple of things sorted out here. My goodness, and thank you Bugsy Cruiser for that super chat as well. I appreciate that. Of course, and I love the dancing cat we've got going on there. I never pay enough attention to the emojis that are dancing around in the super stickers, but I appreciate that. I love fun positivity in the chat. We're lucky to have Two Real Geeks with us today. That is a channel that accidentally got banned. I don't know how. months ago, as a matter of fact, and luckily I found an old message where they'd asked me what was up, and we got that sorted out. They're back with us again for, I think it's the second or third time, so that's a channel we're lucky to have in the chat. But I've checked out their channel in detail. They're a great couple and a dynamic couple of creators, so hopefully everybody will connect with them. Blood Dragoon, thanks for coming in. Donut Toys and Games, I just saw them earlier with Spotless Com on a premiere. Fanatic Guy, good to see you here. Holly's Hobby House is an extremely loyal and dedicated supporter. It's great to have you here. Jewel in the Kitchen is in the house. So I've got you on the wheel. My love, Kristen Welton, is always here as a member and a moderator. Minerzach123, it's good to have you back. Miss Beauty KTV, I think you've been with us before, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. I did see another new channel in here. Mo6510 Models, good to see you here. Rock Chick Beauty's in the house, that's Oriane Lucy. Sgt Life is with us all the time. Lego Builders Gamers, good to have you here as well. Spotless Com, like I said, was just doing a premiere about an hour ago. I was in there with them. The Duffus family, good to see you in the house. The Hoops Family Network is here. That is an extremely loyal and dedicated supporter, inspirational in the creation of TuberChat, of course, somebody who introduced me to the small YouTuber community, what is getting on now, probably well over a year and a half ago. The HowToLady, good to see you here. Thrill Seeks, thanks for coming, and I've got you on the wheel. Forgive me, is that Tone and Ree show, or is that Tony and Renee show? It's good to have you here either way for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time and meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. TWTTV is here, and Willow's Creations, good to have you back. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Purple Tube, good to see you here as well. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, I should get around to everybody. But it looks like we're off to the races. Today's a little bit later, so please accept my apology. Anybody who's here from the UK and overseas, I know it's a little bit later than we usually do, but like I always say, we keep mixing up the live stream so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones, and I will make sure that next Friday we are much earlier. Ghostly Wins, good to see you here. The party's getting started. Yes, throwing darts at the Wheel of Doom. That'd be a really good in real life way to do TuberChat, eh? That's something to think about. Good idea there, Ghostly Wins. That's a longtime friend of TuberChat. And the HowToLady, thank you so much for your super chat. For that reason, we will look at your channel before we start spinning the wheel, right after another couple of channels here. Mr. Lion Gaming, good to have you back in the house. Phase Yoda Phase King, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And one of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube, Scratch and PPA, is always here as a moderator, of course. And Michael's Adventures unfortunately had to work tonight. He is our other dedicated moderator and sends his regards. So hopefully everybody is doing okay, and our thoughts are always with Michael's Adventures. He'll be back tomorrow. Let's take a look at Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs here with 135 subscribers. She's actually just put out a brand new video today. So hopefully everybody will connect on that video right there. Of course, we always want to be watching videos that are at least 3 minutes long, leaving a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of full sentences. I recommend 3 or 4. And then giving a thumbs up, subscribing, and turning the notification bell on for everybody, of course. Yes, Fanatic Guide, it is a good idea that Ghostly Winds had there. Blood Dragoon, hopefully I welcomed you. GA Girl, I am every woman, the dream team. Good to see you here. And Purple Tube, my pleasure. You know, as we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder for all of us to support each other as much as we all might like. But as long as everybody is out, you know, watching as many videos as you can, hitting as many live streams as you can, and leaving lots of comments, likes, views, and all that other stuff, then everybody will be fine. If you haven't already given a thumbs up, I'll appreciate that. They really do help the stream. And if anybody has the ability to share, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that as well. And then if anybody wants to swap playlists with each other in the chat for the purpose of gaining watch hours, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and then other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. And yeah, Blood Dragoon, I hang out with them often in live streams. Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Let me get you onto the wheel. And if anybody hasn't already connected with Everfinny Spirit Orbs, I hope that you will. Like I said, 135 subscribers. I think we can get her past 140 today, a little bit farther on the road towards the 200 that we know that she is probably thinking about. 2 pineapples. Did I miss anything? Yo. or are you going to tell me, yo, hey, hi, yo. 2 pineapples is a dear friend of TuberChat. And yeah, always has fun things to talk about when we speak offline. Anybody can reach out to me anytime on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, and I'm always happy to talk YouTube, whether it's questions or just conversation. And 2 Real Geeks is willing to run some playlists. Northern Mustangs, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody, and hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again. Put 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message, and hopefully that will help me see it a little bit earlier. There you go. Okay, Ghostly wins. He's got some more fun in the chat as well. Thrill Seeks, sorry, I'm spinning the wheel and I shouldn't be. Thrill Seeks will be the first channel that we look at from the wheel, but I got to put Jack Dawson up here first for a couple of super chats. Thank you so much for those again. Jack Dawson is a dynamic creator and somebody who I hang out with as often as I can. What he does on his channel is live streams video games of different types. So sometimes you see gamers that play only 1 or 2 or 3 games. Jack Dawson plays a variety, and he is able to keep up the gameplay. You know, he knows his games very well, but commentate for everybody in the chat as well and keep up with the conversation that's going on. So it's really something to see, and he's a fun guy to hang out with. His content is great, so hopefully everybody will connect with Jack Dawson. I always type in MLB The Show to find this channel, but you could probably find him with Call of Duty, Black Ops, or Assassin's Creed, or any of the other video games that he typically plays. And then Rock Chick Beauty, I'm always good, thank you for asking. Hopefully you're doing well also. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. And the Psycho Ducky. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I don't know why I was thinking of you the other day. Did I come by your channel and watch a video or something like, or what was I thinking of? There was some reason, or maybe I saw the Psycho Ducky in another live stream. I can't remember what it was. I'm not, you know, I'm on as much as I can on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but now that the weather is good, I have a full-time gig and it takes me outdoors away from a computer. So I still try to support everybody as much as I can, but it's never as much as it is in the winter. Jack Dawson has 1,650 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther and get him moving towards the 1,700 that he's thinking about. He's already halfway there. And Rock Chick Beauty, thank you so much for your super chat. For that reason, we'll get you onto the screen shortly after a couple more channels here. I appreciate all the generosity that's flying through the chat already today. Let's look at Bugsy Cruiser. Happens to be our stream boss. And Bugsy Cruiser comes to us from Twitter and Periscope. So Periscope is officially no more. And luckily, Bugsy Cruiser had the instinct to get YouTube going before Twitter pulled Periscope down. So we're lucky to have this content to check out. I've been lucky to hang out with Bugsy Cruiser on a few live streams. He's got a brand new DJI OM4 gimbal to make his content even better. And then, yeah, I think you're right, Ghostly Wins. Something I hadn't seen before. Like I said, I try to support everybody as much as I can, but you can imagine, just like your channels, right? You know, some of you already have more than TuberChat for subscribers. I have about 2,300 right now. It's a lot to catch up with. Now, we're not talking about watching 2,300 videos a day or even a week or even a month, but we do what we can, and as long as everybody does that, everybody will just be fine, of course. And hopefully, other than that, everybody's doing okay. And I'm just trying to scan the chat here, see if I haven't missed anything. Mr. Lion Gaming, so the list works in a certain way. I'll ask you if you don't mind to take a quick look at our video description, because it describes how the wheel works, but I'll go over it quickly here. Bugsy Cruiser has 718 subscribers. He's closing in on, the 1,000 pretty quick, as a matter of fact. He's got some great growth here, so hopefully we'll push him a little closer to the 800 that he's approaching right now. We're going to look at the HowToLady right now. Thank you one more time, both of you, for the super chats, and thank you, Bugsy Cruiser, for your membership. The HowToLady always spreads lots of positivity through the chat. So she was recently featured, and JX Dawn Vlog, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time and meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time, if that's what you would like. The way that the wheel works here is that I have a robot called Bottissimo, and you'll see it dropping messages through the chat. This is something anybody can use for their live streams. It is a paid service, by the way, but they do a great job with statistics, and what it does is it keeps track not only of how long you're here, but how much you're interacting with everybody else. So when I need names for the wheel, when we get down to about 5 or 6, I start grabbing some names from the chat and from the list. And then that's okay, Purple Tube. Yeah, I know it's harder on a phone, but we have lots of creators in the same situation here. My analytics tell me that about 60 or 70% of people who come through TuberChat may be on a phone. So other than that, hopefully everybody is doing okay. And what did I just miss? Chef PC, Cherry Bliss VSC. Yeah, Periscope. It just happened to disappear. I may not have known if it wasn't for Bugsy Cruiser, as a matter of fact. I like to keep up on all the social media and this and that, but I haven't been on Periscope very much lately, and I never broadcasted. I used to just watch a little bit. Holy smokes. Two Real Geeks says they've got 4 screens, so they're ready to swap playlists with even more people. Mark McEwen, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. That's a dedicated and loyal supporter. They come to us from 2 Pineapples. The HowToLady has 197 subscribers, so hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther. We want to get her to 200 and a little bit farther than that, so that she can keep it locked in and not slip below, just in case YouTube plays games with our subscribers, which they did this week again a few times. We're going to look now at Rock Chick Beauty. Thank you for your super chat as well. This is Orianne Lucy. She's here with us all the time. And let me get, I've got another channel I should have put on the wheel already. And Orianne Lucy does both the featured channels collaboration that I talk about all the time, as well as she allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in TuberChat. And Slim2XZ Island, I wonder if I'm pronouncing that right for you, but it's good to see you here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Radical Productions, good to see you here. And Dead Soul Girl Gamer, I saw you earlier. We've already got you on the wheel for today because you are a gold member, so thank you for that. Rock Chick Beauty has 206 subscribers. Hopefully we can push her a little bit farther, maybe even over about 210, get her rolling on the road towards 300. This is a channel that unfortunately had to start over just a few short weeks ago, and she's already moving very, very quickly, which is fantastic. So hopefully everybody will rally around her and help her move a little bit faster. Hopefully I haven't missed anything else in the chat. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate that. Mark McEwen, yeah, we are off to the races today. Let us spin the wheel after. I almost made a mistake. We're going to look at Thrill Seeks first because we already spun the wheel. I got trigger happy and spun it a little bit early there. So Thrill Seeks, he'll be happy actually to have his channel up right now, because this is an extremely late live stream for him. And hopefully everybody will rally around him. With 884 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And Northern Mustangs, that particular channel that I was talking about got hacked and stolen. So unfortunately, there was no way to get that back. Sometimes, you could be lucky and, there might be things you can do, but not in that case. So that's, one of the evil things that we see. So one of these days, I will get into a better conversation about security on YouTube and what we can do. But that doesn't necessarily mean that anything could have been done in the first place, right? That was a malicious attack, unfortunately. But the good thing is, if anything in the world goes wrong, I hope everybody's backing up their channels and stuff like that. Then, the idea is, if you knew then what you know now, wouldn't life have been great, right? So, God forbid anybody has to start over. Or if you decide to get into other channels and stuff like that, you can take everything you've learned all the way along and move 2, 3, 4 times as fast the second time around. That's what we're witnessing with Ori and Lucy. Pardon me just for a second. I'm not going to shut the screen off. Why is it that I did not see Tiki Cooks TV come in here today? My goodness. Skywatcher Footage, good to see you here. Tiki Cooks TV, I am so sorry for missing your message, but thank you so much. Look at that. Another channel has been monetized. I hope that you will make sure that I know when you're going to do a monetization celebration, if you're going to do that, so that I can attend. I go to everybody's monetization celebration if I can. I don't think I've missed too many yet at all. But that's great news. I hope everybody will join us in congratulating Tiki Cooks TV for getting monetized. And again, just please make sure that we know when you're going to have a monetization celebration, if you're going to have one. And let's spin the wheel and see what's happening. Two Real Geeks is on a hard drive. We even have video clips on the camera. Very cool. Yeah, it's something to think about, right? Backing up your channel. So when you produce videos, I know a lot of people are using phones and this and that, but you can, it's not ideal, but you can go into YouTube Studio, especially if you can get to a computer. You're able to download your own videos. It'll only download them at 720p, so that's something to consider if you don't have hard drives and can't keep, like, the work files for every video you've ever created. But if possible, I always recommend to people, keep your eyes out for external hard drives and things like this, because you can back your stuff up and keep it just in case you find that you ever need it. Another reason why I recommend for everybody to save everything is not just because of disaster, but also because after a little while, once you've got 20, 30, 50, 100 videos, there's no reason why you can't go back and do some best of videos as well and reuse some of that content. Then you're really propelling your channel. And then, yeah, Ghostly Wins. Lots and lots of creators are still getting monetized. I know everybody went through a heavy purge this week. I watched it happen. Even TuberChat had 2 big days of losses. But we still see channels getting monetized every single week. So, that speaks volumes about what's going on out there. Lots and lots of creators are still growing. And then, Sam's Vlog Trains More has a backup second account. You could do that too. That's another idea. And, we've seen, now it's been almost a year. So the 1-year anniversary of TuberChat's coming up in a few weeks at the end of this month. And, in this time, we've seen a couple of creators lose channels for different reasons, right? And, so luckily I've been able to have a little bit of experience helping people with some backing up and, figuring out what to do about getting extra channels going and stuff like that. You didn't make a celebration video, but premiered a mini. And then, very cool. Okay. Hopefully, yeah, if you decide just to happen to do, a lot of people do a live stream. Nobody has to, of course, right, if it doesn't suit the channel and this and that. But if you end up doing some kind of a specific celebration like that, then just please let me know. But I'll be on the lookout for you to make sure I catch you either on a premiere or a live stream now that you're monetized. Oh, there you go, Fanatic Guide. Yeah, major disaster. Passworded and locked. Yeah, very good, Real Geeks. Yes, that's good news. Myself, personally, I'm very lucky because, you know, I've been at this a long time and I've got several hard drives, but I keep them in 2 different locations, far enough away that even if a nuclear bomb hit one side of the city, the other side would still have my hard drives. So I know that's kind of negative, but anyway, it just says, you know, as long as you do what you can to back up, then you should be okay. Thank you, Retronic Collector. Good to see you here. John H. Shelton, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming in. Two Pineapples has exciting things going on their channel. They have always got a minimum of 1 24-hour live stream running, which we see right there. And then as well, sometimes they have a second, sometimes they have a third while they're out filming on location and going live. And then as well, they do a great job of posting videos and teasers to go along with those videos as well. So they are always open to sharing information, and we're lucky to speak between us usually about once a week and share a lot of information. So their door is open if anybody wants to head over there, see the interesting things that they've got going on, and certainly ask them if you find something of interest that you want to know. Oh yeah, Fanatic Guide, that can be a frustration. Absolutely. I start thinking about cloud services now too. I've got that on my mind. I use a couple things like Dropbox and iCloud, but not for backing up videos. That I just do with hard drives. I usually end up with about 3 copies of everything. There's Kira Walton, my BFF forever. She's in the chat as a moderator, of course. Yes, 2 Real Geeks. So, as a matter of fact, so 2 Pineapples isn't doing it right this second, but they often have more than one. You'll find a lot of channels have more than one live stream going on at a time. They're usually big channels, but, you know, eventually I expect 2 Pineapples, for instance, to be a big channel eventually, but they're already doing that kind of stuff. So, I don't know what the restrictions are. It looks like it might have to do with being monetized. You might have to cross that path, but we're not 100% sure about that yet. They might be. I'm not. So, but like I said, they're open to answering questions if anybody has any, and you might want to keep connect with that channel, absolutely, and then keep an eye on what they're doing over there, because you will find them with at least 2 live streams in a row going, usually at a time, and then sometimes a third. Emotion, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, I should get around to everybody. There's CorrinnesLife. Thank you for coming in. She's always here as a member and a moderator. We're looking at Jewel in the Kitchen right now. This is another channel who has been recently featured. 2 Pineapples. Yeah, I figured today you probably would be able to make it, because today's the latest one that I've done in a while. Usually when we do them on Mondays, I tend to do them very early lately. So it's, you know, either noon my time or 11 a.m. and this and that. Way too early for 2 Pineapples to ever even make it. They usually catch us in the last hour or half hour. But I'm glad to be able to do a late one today that makes it a little more comfortable for them specifically. And other than that, I think everybody's doing okay. And like I said, we're looking at Jewel in the Kitchen. 1,960 subscribers or so. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther, maybe to 1,970, and get them moving towards the 2,000. They are officially on the road. And then, yeah, most 6510 models, I know it's very late for you. I usually don't do them this late, but I mix them up, right? You know, you hear me say that all the time. I mix the times of the live stream so that we can reach different creators. And it always works, right? 20 to 30% of the channels that come through TuberChat in a 2 to 2.5 hour period on every stream are new, right? That's what the analytics say anyway. It seems like it. So we'll see that over the course of the next little while. And then let's spin. Let's get another channel moving and see what's happening. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More is going to come up now. And Sam's Vlogs Trains and More likes it when he comes in and I don't forget to put him on the wheel right away. The last couple of times, I think I got it. This is another generous creator. He allows people to connect in his live streams the same way that we do here in TuberChat. I know that he's willing to swap playlists with creators as well. And he does the feature channels collaboration that I talk about all the time. So when you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. And if you have featured TuberChat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. And Sam's Vlogs Trains and More has about 1,140 subscribers, so he is definitely moving along the road to 2K, and hopefully we can push him a little bit farther. If we can get Sam's Vlogs Trains and More close to 1,150 today, he will be halfway on the road to the 1,200 that he's thinking about. Tiffany Wears T-shirts, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. That is another dynamic creator who is always a pleasure to have in the chat. Hopefully everybody will connect with her. She is definitely willing to do challenges that not everybody would be willing to do on her channel, among other things. So let's spin. We'll get another channel up here and see what's happening. It looks like it's going to be Just Vlogging Life. This is another gold member, so they've got a guaranteed feature, including those slides that we see at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And then as well, their link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we will soon see if we have not already. Maker Viking, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And yeah, Sgt Life, I hope I welcomed you. I think I did when I first saw you. You're here. You've been here almost the whole live stream. Sgt Life is a channel that comes back again and again and again. Just Vlogging Life has 508 subscribers right now. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther as well. I'd love to see them get, you know, maybe even 510, 515, something like that, so that we can get them rolling on the road towards 600. They are an extremely generous, not to mention loyal and dedicated supporter, of course. And I'm going to spin the wheel one more time in another moment, and then I will start grabbing some names from my list. So if you have the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I will appreciate that. It works wonders for the algorithm, as you can imagine, and it helps us get new people into the stream. And then as well, if you haven't already given a thumbs up, those always help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out there supporting each other. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a second, and it really does help, so I'll appreciate it greatly. And then Exploring with Shirley Lynch, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And then Miss Beauty KTV, that's all cool, but I just want to let you know the best success here in TuberChat is always found by making the first move, reaching out to other creators, supporting them, then coming back here to let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. A lot of times what we find is channels that are here regularly, and the creators behind those channels will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat or one that's unfamiliar until they watch how you interact with everybody else first. So the fastest and best success is always found making the first move. Anybody can meet anywhere up to 8 to 10 supporters here in TuberChat in an hour or so, you know, depending on how much time you spend. Any faster than that is too fast, and YouTube might remove a lot of your connections. And oh, you guys are going into restrictions too on Monday? Sam's Vlogs Trains and More? Yeah, we're back in stay-at-home order in Ontario, Canada, the whole province. So we're back to we might as well call it square one for the third time. The good news is they're doing a lot of construction now in my area, which is very close to Niagara Falls, Ontario. It's a beautiful place and a tourist town. So they're taking advantage of the restrictions and doing a lot of construction to clean things up and make things look nice and safe and everything else, so that by the time the restrictions lift, hopefully everything will be back open, and I will get out there and get some footage for everybody to see. Here's Emotion. This is an extremely generous and loyal and dedicated supporter. To find this channel, I always have to type in Emotion New Soul R&B. It's a music channel, but since their name is so popular, they struggle with the search results for now. Every time you search, find, and click on a channel like that, you're actually doing wonders for them, and you'll help them climb the search results. Stiff Breast Ent, good to see you in the house. And Nini Hodges, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Froggy Went to Knitting, good to see you here. Thank you for coming back in. And that's exactly what they're doing, Fanatic Guide, doing repairs on sidewalks and things like that, so that things are nice and safe and pretty and everything else. Emotion has 364 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther, maybe over 370 or so, and get them moving a little bit closer to the 400 that we know they've got their eye on. Tiffany wears t-shirts. Yeah, Nini Hodges, I just wanted to welcome you. We have a robot in the chat that kind of sends a welcome message to everybody, lets you know just to read our video description so you know how everything works here. But where possible, I love to welcome everybody myself. I certainly don't mean to miss anybody, but it's great to have you here. Hopefully you'll enjoy your time here and meet some friends for your channel. And then, oh my goodness. Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC, thank you so much for your super chat. For that reason, we'll make sure your channel is the next one to go up before I spin the wheel, and as soon as I get it up there, I will start adding some names. Nini Hodges, your goal for your channel is 200. Hopefully we'll get you a little bit closer today. Everybody here is here to support everybody, so the idea is whatever's the next milestone that you're looking towards, hopefully you'll meet some friends and family members here that will push you a little bit closer, and then your family will expand and the support will continue to spider out from there. And these goals will start coming faster and faster and faster, right? 300 comes faster than 200, 200 comes faster than 100 in most cases. And Thrill Seeks is still in the house. Very good. Okay, let's get Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC, and thank you one more time for that super chat. I appreciate that. Everybody's knocking a little bit of life off of our stream boss, which is Bugsy Cruiser again. Pardon me just for a very quick second. I'll get this channel up in a moment. There we are. This is Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC. And this is a channel that's been back with TuberChat again and again with 303 subscribers. They've got the 300 locked in, but it's great if we can get them a few more just to make sure that they're a little more solid and get them moving on the road towards 400. Oh, restrictions are getting relaxed. I understand. Oh, okay. The opposite, Sam's Fox Trains of More. And then Two Real Geeks is seems to be moving, and they are they were working on a milestone for themselves as well. Can't see you, Dave. Mark McEwen, is there somebody specific that can't be seen? There's a lot of times what happens is it's called being shadow banned. So forgive me if I'm completely off on what you're talking about, but that's okay. It's something that I don't mention enough anyway. What happens is if you go into a live stream or a premiere and you're trying to chat and it seems like you can't be seen or everybody's ignoring you, it's very possible that you could be shadow banned. And what that means is you haven't specifically been banned by anybody, but YouTube, for whatever reason, has got your channel marked, and you might find that that happens more than once. Now, the problem is you've got to reach out to other creators and you've got to let them know that you can't be seen in the chat, and most creators don't know what you're talking about when you talk about being shadow banned. So you've got to teach and try to get the situation sorted out at the same time. But if you reach out on another social network, let the host know, or try to get a hold of a moderator the same way or something like that, you can usually get it sorted out. But yeah, that's something. Unless I'm way off. Sometimes I read the chat and I'm in the, you know, people are in the middle of conversations. I never know which messages are for me, but that's okay. I just happened to notice that one. Let's refresh our list. I'm going to get some more channels up here. And thank you one more time for that super chat, Chef BC Cherry Bliss VSC. She's got a lot of delicious looking content on her channel, as you can see. And hopefully everybody will connect with her and get a chance to witness some of that. Fish Tank WOT, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And then, thank you, Ghostly Winds. Thank you for that. Yes, it's a dream doing a live stream like this. You know, everybody's so unbelievably respectful here in TuberChat all the time, right? And, you know, it makes it a dream. And luckily we have, you know how serious I take moderating, but we have a couple of spectacular moderators here. Most of you, well, some of you, those of you who've already connected with Scratch and PPA probably have him as a moderator on your channel. And he's involved in every channel that I am involved with, that's for sure. He's built quite the name for himself as not only a loyal and dedicated supporter, but as a moderator as well. Georgia Bulldogs, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. It's always great to see you. It's Friday. Did you have sushi? I wonder. Georgia Bulldogs usually have sushi on Friday. We already looked at the how-to... Did we look at the HowToLady? Yes, of course we did. I don't want to make that mistake. Two Real Geeks, we're going to get your channel onto the wheel right now. Spotless Com, I was hanging out with them on a premiere right before we started here, so we know that there's going to be some new content to connect with them with. Let's okay, let's spin. I'll get some more names in a moment. There you go, Ghostly Winds. Yes. Most of the time we're good to go. I've been very lucky that, especially over the last little while, there hasn't been too much nonsense, and certainly not very malicious, which is great. Of course, TuberChat has a banned words list that is a mile long, so it's almost impossible to say anything that nobody would ever want said in their live streams anyway. And CorrinnesLife is here, always, as a member and a moderator. This is an extremely generous creator. She allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in TuberChat, as well as she does the feature channels collaboration. And she's got another couple of channels there growing right now as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with her if you haven't already. She's always in the chat, like I said, as a member and a moderator. See, I'm not a fan of sushi, but I know that many people who are fans of sushi really love it. So it's great to we got a few we got a few sushi fans in the house. I know, so you guys can all connect to each other. You'll have something to talk about that I won't have a clue. Walking the Spirit Zone, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yes, it's great to have you here. And hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. And if anybody's mentioned anything that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please leave 3 thumbs up at the beginning of your message, and I will try to keep my eyes open for that. I've heard it doesn't help, but I'd like to think it might help me see a message a little bit easier. CorrinnesLife has 1,170 or so subscribers, so she's closing in on 1,200 right now. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. There you go. Ghostly Wins might get sushi. Zed Soul Girl Gamer. Is coming up. The Hoops Family Network is here listening both as the Hoops Family Network and the Hoops Paranormal. When we get a chance to look at that channel, I'll show you both. That is the creator, Amanda, who introduced me to what we call the small YouTuber community. The only reason we even use that term is because it's so unbelievably popular. If I called it the Content Creator Network, nobody would ever show up, right? But since the term small YouTuber is so popular, I just keep referring to it that way. Meditate, sleep, relax, be happy. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Declan Fans 2020 official, good to see you here. Miss Beauty KTV, how do you do end cards? I'll show you actually, if you can hang with me a little bit. Tiffany wears t-shirts at McDonald's. I don't know if they're ever gonna add sushi to the thing. Doom Wheel is thirsty. More hugs. It needs more of something, Ghostly Wins. Yes, you're right. It does. As a matter of fact, Ghostly Wins has been here the whole time. I'll get some more names on here in another moment. Dead Soul Girl Gamer has 196 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them to the 200 that they're thinking about right now. They happen to be a gold member, so they get that guaranteed feature that I keep talking about with the slides that we see at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And then as well, their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we have seen. Other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Purple Tube had pizza for dinner. That was my last night. Georgia Bulldog's getting hungry again. And other than that, everybody's doing okay by the look of it. I'm going to do a quick tutorial for a second here so that everybody can see how to do a end screen on a video. Sometimes we call them end cards, so it's meant to be called an end screen. Cards are a different thing themselves. Another fun tip: if you increase the playback speed in a live stream, so I don't ever recommend anybody to do that, real geeks. Not that it matters, but it's just because we're already kind of cutting a corner by swapping playlists. And the truth is, because I'm not a Google engineer and I can't expect anyone to ever give me a straight answer from Google anyway, I just don't recommend it for anybody. I haven't tested enough to know whether or not that's going to cause a problem, but I don't want to catch up to about a 4-second delay. I wonder if I'm mistaking what you're saying. I wonder if I'm mistaking that for what you're saying. Anyway, as far as when we talk about swapping playlists, I may be talking about something different than Two Real Geeks is meaning to mention, but I never want to recommend to anybody to ever increase the speed. You run it at real time, you put the volume on. It can be low, but it can't be off. And then you swap playlists. And then, yeah, Fish Tank WOT. I know today's a little bit late. It's later than I usually do them, but like I keep saying, I move the times of the live streams around so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So I just wanted to do a fairly late one on Friday and see if we could catch a few more different people who don't get the chance to come, and then we'll probably scale it back a few hours next week again. Kyberar Gaming, good to see you here. The Moon Goddess Oracle, good to see you back. Be Yourself with Jane, good to see you here. Normal to have 10% of folks watching your video. Should you be happy with it? Yes, absolutely. Be Yourself with Jane. I don't want anybody to get upset about the number of people who watch your videos compared to how many subscribers you have. right? The analytics always tell you the story as to what should be normal and this and that. But if you watch those numbers and you make improvements, like imagine how they race cars, right? You know, they might do a drag race or whatever they call these things, and they're trying to scale down their time by literally 1/10 of a second, right? If we take that model and do the same thing with our videos and say, okay, on this video you got, you know, let's say you have 1,000 subscribers and you got 100 views. Well, now you want to get 101 views. Now you want to get 102 views and 110 and eventually 200. You want to scale it up like that. If you can go faster, that's great. I'd love for anybody to share information if they find some success. But as long as you're consistent, eventually luck will come by and take your videos away, at least a couple of them. Oh, I see. Set the play speed faster until it catches up. Okay, Two Real Geeks. Catch up to me. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, I'm going to have to take that into consideration. I'll watch that when I'm in another live stream and see if I catch what you're talking about. Getting late, TuberChat. Oh, thank you, Retronic Collector. Thank you so much. No, Moon Goddess Oracle. Yeah, that's not what they were talking about. I was mistaken. As soon as I see somebody talk about increasing playtime, I get into my speech without really making sure I'm on the right track there. But that's okay. And then, yes, anybody who does want to swap playlists with each other, just please mention it in the chat. Mention I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them as well. Oh, Two Real Geeks, you want more unsubscribed watching than returns? Yeah, and hopefully your people who have not yet subscribed turn into subscribers. Hopefully. The Moon Goddess Oracle, is my music loud? Does anybody find that my music is too loud? Maybe this particular song? I knocked it down a little bit. Let me know if the music is a little bit too much. Sorry, I'm looking for something here in another window. I was just going to show a quick tutorial, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Let me get a video happening here. TuberChat doesn't have a lot of videos, right? Like, there's only really live streams, but you can put end screens on a live stream as well. Really what I should do is go through and make sure they're done on all the live streams. That would be a good practice. So cards are a different thing. End screen is over here in the YouTube studio. You can do this for any video, and you just click on it. Most of you have seen this. It's just the video that comes up for TuberChat. It's our commercial or trailer or whatever you want to call it. Way outdated. I think the end of it still says coming soon, but that's okay. Yeah, it does. And what happens here is they give you a few templates that you can use. So for instance, if I wanted to, I could click one of these. It will automatically add to the last 20 seconds of the video, a video that of this video. It'll allow me to specify another video that I want to put anywhere on the screen here. I'll put it in this corner. Over here I can put a playlist if I want, or I could put other videos and stuff like that. And then all you're going to do is save the changes. So forgive me, it's not a very entertaining tutorial. One of these days I'll do a better job. Maybe I'll make a video on how to do this exactly, but it's something that I think everybody should do on almost every video that you make. If it's suitable at all, it really helps because it gives somebody, before they leave your video, a chance to see something else that YouTube thinks they might like from your content before YouTube just flips them off and sends them somewhere else. And Savage Lifestyle, thank you for coming in. Everybody's here to help everybody. So if you don't mind, just please take a quick moment to read our video description, and that will let you know how everything works here, how exactly everybody helps each other, and then how we can help you get to your next goal. This is Kristen Welton. She's always here as my love. She is my love. She's always here as a member and a moderator for that reason, and so hopefully everybody will connect with her if you haven't already. She's got 1,280 subscribers. She's closing in very quickly now on 1,300, and I'm hoping we can push her a little bit closer. Fanatic Guide uses end screens on all their videos. Muting a video doesn't count as a view. I cannot be sure, and I haven't done enough testing of that, Two Real Geeks. So what I do is I will always, let me show you. I keep my window over here. This is how I keep up with the chat. This volume control, I know if you're on a phone, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. Pardon me. But on a computer, you can see I knock it until that, like, you don't want the line to come over the speaker. Now, I don't even know if this is true or not, but because I've always followed that advice when I got started in all this, you know, grow stream stuff, I just recommend the same thing. Do not put the volume off, because you can imagine we don't want to do anything that gives YouTube the idea that we're not actually interested in watching a video. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat, everybody. I certainly don't mean to. We're moving a little bit quick today. If there's anything in the chat that you meant to ask or mention, like a question or a comment specifically for me, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message, and I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then that's okay, Northern Mustangs. Yeah, Savage Lifestyle, we don't do blue here. I have only real moderators here. We don't give jackets and shoes and all that other stuff. YouTube Premium, does running a video in the background count as a view? I imagine it does, Dalciso Runo, and the reason, and forgive me for not welcoming you, I know you've been here for a long time, I don't think I welcomed you, but thank you for the question. So, I have another computer that I run, you know, an older laptop or whatever, if you want to call it that, and it has sometimes multiple windows running. So I can run 2 or 3 or 4 playlists at a time. I have many accounts and all this other stuff, so I do it legitimately, but they all count, right? Everybody gets their watch hours. I've done testing and testing and testing with well over 100 creators, could be as many as close to 200 by now that I've swapped playlists with, and it always seems to work. So it seems to be, and I've had premium the whole time. So premium is a little bit different than, you know, I don't ever see ads when I go into people's videos, but you are guaranteed that tiny sliver of income anytime somebody with a premium membership shows up. So it's something to consider. Hopefully that was a good enough answer. Forgive me because it may not have been clear. Do you want to mute it? Sit device close plugged in and it's running. Oh, the Moon Goddess Oracle. It's just, you can imagine that some people may, like, you know, if you leave a playlist running overnight, I do that all the time, right? I'll leave playlists running sometimes for days, depending on the creators. So I put the volume down really low, and then I put the volume on the device really, really low, but never off. Never off, right? So whether it truly matters or not, it's going to be too hard to tell. I think we'd have to be a Google engineer or do, you know, weeks of testing to try to figure that out. Pardon me. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, says Fanatic. I'm so sorry, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. Will the music be available on iTunes? Yes, some of it is already, and more of it is coming soon. But yes, absolutely. Sam's Vlog, Trains and More, thank you. He's asking about the copyright-free music on an experimental channel that I have going now. You can find that link. Stream Elements will drop the link, and it's listed on the TuberChat front page. But all the music that you hear in the background of TuberChat will be available as copyright-free music that everybody can use. Some of it's already available everywhere now already, and I'll keep doing that. So it'll be available on Deezer and Spotify and iTunes and Amazon and everything else. And so, other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Let's spin one more time. Yes, lower the volume, says Moon Goddess Oracle. Okay, I'll have to listen back and see if that is something that's too much. It could be that a couple of the songs, we've added a couple of newer songs, and they are a little bit more upbeat than some of the other stuff was, more like nightclub type stuff, and I wonder if it's because those songs are a little bit louder sounding, maybe. All right. Oh, Mommy and Me Kitchen and Lifestyle. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, yeah, Declan Fans 2020 official. That will be cool. Oracles and Beyond. Cassie, thank you for coming in. An awful club, says Tiffany wears t-shirts. I know, Ghostly Wind. The Wheel of Doom is suffering today. I am not doing a good job of keeping the wheel full at all. It's okay. We'll add some names right now. Ghostly Winds is up here right now. Princess Beyond Passions, thank you for coming in. That's going to be another featured channel this weekend, as a matter of fact. She's here with us all the time. I'll get a few more names on here right now, and then I will add our moderators afterwards, after the break. I'll break off in a few minutes here. We always take a break halfway through the live stream or so. Northern Mustangs, let's get you on here. Fanatic Guide. And let's say Del Ciso Runo. And Ghostly Winds, 576 subscribers. This is another channel that was recently featured on TuberChat over the last several weeks. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. We want to push them a little bit closer to the 600 we know that they're thinking about. They have been a loyal and dedicated supporter of TuberChat for months and months and months and months. Candace World, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, then you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Little Frenchie in Big Texas, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Fish Tank WOT is still in the house. Const, yeah, Ricky. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. And again, if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Mama Glow Up, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. And then Constja Ricky. Yeah, if you don't mind, like I said, just please take a quick look at our video description. It describes how everything works here, so you can meet new friends if you would like to for your channel. You'll find the best success here in TuberChat is found in making the first move, reaching out and supporting other creators. We believe wholeheartedly in giving much more than we expect to receive. For that reason, if you reach out, support another creator by watching their video, leaving a comment, giving a thumbs up, subscribing and turning the bell on, and then coming back and letting them know that you've done that, you'll find that they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Del Ciso Runo, good to see you in the house again. And with 613 subscribers, hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther. Maybe we can get them to 615 or even 620 today, and a little bit farther on the road to the 700 that we know that they are thinking about right now. And then Nini Hodges, the only thing you want to be cautious of is growing too fast, right? YouTube has been aggressively purging for about half a year now, a little bit longer, and especially a couple times this week. So when we're all connecting with other channels, the idea is you visit their channel, watch a full video of at least 3 minutes long, maybe even 4, 5, or 6 minutes, leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of full sentences related to the content of the video. Better if it's 3, 4, or 5 even. And then as well, you always want to give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on for all creators as you see me do, and then come back, let them know that you've done that. They'll turn around, do the same thing for you. Anybody can meet up to about 8 or 10 creators here in TuberChat in, per hour for the time that you're here. But any more than that is a little bit too fast, and YouTube will take the subscriptions away. So I'm not surprised that you would have a few creators reaching out to you, even though that you're here for the first time. So that's not too bad, but you just want to beware of the idea. Another suggestion is to keep track of everybody that you're connecting with here, whether it's on an app or a piece of paper, something like that, so that tomorrow you can go back and connect with people if you lose them the next day or two. And again, the big thing we want to think about here in the TuberChat community is we give much more than we expect to receive. And this is where we find the most success is by making the first move, reaching out, going above and beyond to make sure our connections are solid with everybody. And wow, Washington County News Station, Utah. It's Pepsi time. Dude, that's a whole case of Pepsi. That's a whole case of Pepsi time in Canada. Thank you very much for that. That's our dear friend, Washington County News Station, Utah. I appreciate your super chat for that reason. I'm going to put your channel up again before we spin the wheel. And coming in just blazing today. Shemblem TV, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. I think you've been with us before, but forgive me if I'm wrong about that. Hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. And again, everybody here is open to connect with each other, so please don't be shy. Everybody can just reach out to other creators. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow our procedure, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And, oh, thank you so much, Mark McEwen. Good to see you in the house, always. That is another loyal and dedicated supporter, of course. Washington County News Station, Utah has 1,600 subscribers. This creator happened to clean out a lot of their content recently. So they likely have lost a lot of views and watch time and stuff like that. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. If you haven't already, you've seen them here on TuberChat many, many times. And hopefully we'll give them some views, some watch time. Consider taking a couple of their videos, adding it into your watch later list just to give them a bit of a push. D-Spot Channel Talk, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And other than that, hopefully everybody is doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. Oh, D-Spot Channel Talk, are you here for the first time? I thought I recognized your channel. Maybe we met outside, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that. But like I said, hopefully you're feeling welcome. And it's great to have you here. So I'm going to take a break for a couple of minutes here, and then we will come back. So what I'll do is I will spin the wheel, and we'll see what the next channel is that's coming up. So again, you know, for anybody that's brand new here, what you'll find is a lot of the creators who've been here in TuberChat for a long time or many times before will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat, and for good reason, right? There are hundreds of other channels out there where people are meant to meet each other in the same similar way that we're doing here. Some are focused on relationships, some are focused on numbers. So what I always advise is to watch how somebody interacts with a few people in the chat first, and certainly start a conversation so that you can get a bit of a feeling as to whether somebody is going to be too fast and just here to pump their subscribers numbers up, because that usually doesn't last, or if they're interested in supporting people over the long term, like the rest of us are, you know, basically the idea that we've had going on for a long time here. So that's just something to think about while we're working our way through the chat. I'm going to take a break right now, and then we're going to get to see Radical Productions one more time. Washington County News Station, Utah. Thank you so much for that super chat. That makes you our stream boss. And yes, Fanatic Eye, don't focus on the numbers. We're all going to get there anyway. I'll take a break right now, and we will be right back. All right, we are back in action. Of course, D-Spot Channel Talk. It's so funny. I don't know whether I actually noticed that before or not. One of our moderators just let me know that that might be official D-Spot. And that is a creator who I've been connected to, probably was introduced actually by Amanda from the Hoops Family Network. And have been connected to them for over a year and a half now, probably. and both on my personal channel and here in TuberChat. They've been with us since the beginning. So that's interesting. Oh, Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs, good to see you here coming in. I'm so sorry, I don't have you on any social networks and wasn't able to find you easily, but that's our featured channel for today. So we featured Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs for the first 10 minutes of today's live stream, and through we put posts out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So if anybody in the chat does have the ability to share us out, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, that really does help. I will appreciate that as well. Oh, D-Spot Channel Talk is the second channel, if I understand right. Inspiring Charm, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, I should get around to everybody. It's funny, but D-Spot, good to have you here. Official D-Spot, like I said, is somebody who we've been connected to for a long, long time. I am going to put our moderators on now, so... We already saw CorrinnesLife. What happened there? Did I not put... Yeah, I put her channel up. I was talking about Hoops Family Network, I think, right? They have two channels, Hoops Family Network, Kira Welton, and we'll spin the wheel a few times, then we'll get to another couple of names coming on the wheel. We're looking at Radical Productions, and we've seen this channel go through rapid growth, so they're obviously doing fantastic. As you can see, some of their videos, look at this, only a month ago, 7,000 views, 1 month ago, 1,000 views, so they're doing okay, but the subscriber numbers are just like skyrocketing here. So with 4,800 subscribers, you can bet that there's some to be learned from these creators, as well as entertained and inspired by. So hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already, and we will get them moving towards 4,900. They will officially be on the road to 5K in no time. Fish Tank WOT is still in the house. Alright, I hope you're connecting with other creators, right? So I see a little bit. I don't do the best job of keeping up with the chat. Most people here who've been to TuberChat many times know that. But our list and how I put channels on the wheel in order is determined not only by how long you're here, but how much you're interacting with other creators, how much you're interacting in the chat. So, when I need names for the wheel, then I reach over to the list. It keeps the order for me. I add them up, and then we put them on the screen like we are for Fanatic Guide right now. This is another channel with over 2,000. They've got 2,130 or so subscribers right now. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. They just put out a brand new video today for Assassin's Creed. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. That's a bit of a long video to connect with, but anything over 3 minutes is what we're looking for. Even in their popular uploads, they've got a couple here, a 3-minute, a 5-minute, if you wanted to connect with them. Of course, the best idea is always to do more than I recommend here. So when I say we got to be watching videos that are at least 3 minutes long, excuse me, it's an even better idea to be working on videos that are 4, 5, 6 minutes. Even consider taking another video or two, adding them into your watch later list so that you can run them later. And what that will do is show YouTube that you cared so much about that creator's content that you went back for a couple more videos already. So, let us think about spinning the wheel. And like I said, Fanatic Guide, this is a channel that's been back with us again and again. There's more than gaming here. There's also some helpful videos as well. So you might want to check those out. And it looks like they're pretty heavy on a couple of the social networks as well, including Twitch. Internet at Fun is still in the house. And hopefully I haven't missed too much, but it looks like everybody's doing okay. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up. I always work a little bit faster in the second half of the live stream, but we've got a lot more channels to go through. If you have the ability to share the stream out, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream. So I hope that you will, and I'll appreciate that also. Yeah, see, the Hoops Paranormal is in the house now. They're here as a moderator as well. That's the Hoops Family Network, so they've got both channels here. And anybody that's got more than one channel is welcome to come in. The only thing I ever ask is that everybody always treats their channels separately, as is D-Spot and the Hoops Family right now. This is Spotless Calm. I was hanging out with them in a premiere right before we came on today. Let me see if it's there. Yeah, right there. Oh, it was longer than I thought, as a matter of fact. And they just posted that, so they've got brand new material here. They're doing a lot of live streaming. So it's a relatively new channel for TuberChat, but with 240 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even closer to 250 for today, and get them rolling. They will be halfway on the road to 300. We know that's probably what they're thinking about. Oh, and then forgive me, Fish Tank WOT. Yeah, today's a little bit later of a live stream than we usually do. Usually do it a couple of hours earlier than this, but we're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's just that I changed the time so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then, yes, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Let us spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. It looks like we're going to look at Two Real Geeks now. This is the channel that I've been talking about since the beginning of the live stream several times, and I'm always happy when people engage conversation here in the chat. Sometimes TuberChat just consists of 2 to 2.5 hours of putting channels on the screen. We don't dive into too many questions or how-tos, but once in a while, and somewhat often, we get into questions that are a little bit more detailed. Not necessarily questions as much as both questions and comments, but I'm always happy for everybody to share their information here in the chat. Most of you may not know that I run other channels. That's actually how I started on YouTube before TuberChat even existed. But I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. So my wish is for us all to share our knowledge here so that we can all make the best decisions for our channels, myself included. I constantly try to improve, try to do better, try to make things work faster, and share information as well. And then let's get Fish Tank WOT on the wheel right now, actually. Two Real Geeks, we've got almost 2,500 subscribers. They are very, 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 very close right now. They might actually get to it today or close to it. And look at their, they've got 1,000 subscriber celebration, and that was just done a year ago. They've already doubled, more than doubled that number already. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Like I said, this is a dynamic couple of creators, and I'm sure everybody will have fun hanging out with them and watching their content. If you haven't already connected with them, they've been back with us a few times now. So, other than that, looks like everybody else is doing okay. I will add some more names to the wheel after we get through another channel or two. If you haven't already connected with our moderators, I hope that you will. Michael's Adventures, like myself, has a full-time gig. That's why TuberChat only streams on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'm not able to on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Michael's Adventures sends his regards to everybody, hoping, of course, that everybody's doing okay. That's an example of a creator that, gives much more than they expect to receive, but always make sure to let everybody know what they're up to, and always helps us out in the live streams as a moderator, of course. There you go. Okay, so Two Real Geeks says they take you on their adventures as opposed to just showing them to you, which is very cool. Very cool. So hopefully everybody will connect with them and see what that's like. Dulcie, so Runo Writer, doing the same, saving videos to the watch later playlist, going to give people some watch time and comments. Very good, yeah. That's something that really can help I make a lot of playlists for that reason, right? Sometimes I'll like make specific playlists. You can make them private and just delete them after. It doesn't really matter, but you can. And look at that luck. Fish Tank WOT is here. My page doesn't. Oh, I left TubeBuddy on. Look at that. I absolutely do use TubeBuddy, just so you know. I put the link in the description all the time, and of course it helps me out if you haven't used it yet to go and install it from that link. You can use the free version. There's a lot to offer in that, even with that link. And then as well, what I find though is while I'm live streaming, it tends to slow the browser down just a little bit. I don't know why that is. Why when I'm live streaming, the rest of the time it's fine. But you can check that out. Now, hopefully, we'll be moving a little bit faster. This is Fish Tank WOT, World of Tanks. Hopefully, everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. This is a channel that's been back with us again and again. So with 1,050 or so subscribers, they're already halfway on the road to 1,100. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And my pleasure having your channel up. I didn't know if we were going to get a chance to get to it, right? If I put a channel on the wheel and that creator is not still in the chat when the channel comes up, I tend to move on really quickly, right? Because we want to focus on creators that are here. Even though I know not everybody can spend 2 to 2.5 hours here just because it's, you know, convenient for me to stream, I appreciate every moment everybody spends in TuberChat. But the wheel is controlled by Bottissimo, and I am at the mercy of the chatbot. That's just an excuse, I'm kidding. And then, yeah, Two Real Geeks. I absolutely do use TubeBuddy. Sometimes I get into tutorials here about how I use it when it comes up. But I absolutely do use it. Hoops Family Network is going to be the next channel that we look at. And what I will do is I will show you both their first channel, which is the Hoops Family Network, which we're talking about. And then as well, the Hoops Paranormal, which is the second channel that they've started, and hopefully we can help them push as well. Oh, focusing on college. Yes, Fish Tank WOT. It's understandable. You know, we all, like I said, I'm behind posting on my personal channel, and I'm supposed to be like motivating people, right? Because things, you know, we all have life to live. We all have obligations and stuff like that. And not everybody can just, you know, fire out videos. Some people are able to push more content, but it also depends on your niche. Depends what you're doing with your channel and stuff like that. There's a lot to consider. We have a few students, you know, of all different ages that struggle because, you know, school has to come first no matter what level you're in. And, you know, you work TuberChat around, or you work YouTube around that, and then hopefully things pick up when you can. The Hoops Family Network is coming up now. And with 2,000 subscribers, hopefully everybody will push them a little bit farther as well. We want to make sure they keep that locked in. You can see they're posting a lot of shorts lately. And the Hoops Family Network is particularly run by Amanda. And this is the creator I was introduced to well over 1.5 years ago. It is quite some time ago. And she started introducing me to other generous, supportive creators like D-Spot, who was in the chat with us, may still be. Vern's Junk Closet, who is going to be my guest again in a few weeks for episode 200 of TuberChat, and several other channels that we see come through the chat all the time here. And it's because of the generosity of Amanda and the other creators that she started introducing me to that I was inspired to, you know, start TuberChat, thinking we can have a community here based on that generosity. There are enough people willing to help each other. And we see it all the time. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Del Ciso Runo is a writer first, YouTube second. That's fine. Okay, thank you, Fish Tank WOT. It's good to have you back. Let's look at the Hoops Family Paranormal here. The Hoops Paranormal is the second channel from the same creator with 274 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther as well, maybe even to 275 or 280. today and get them moving a little bit closer to the 300 that we know that they're thinking about. And they're always here with us as a moderator as well. Thank you, Scratch and PPA, for reminding everybody to give a thumbs up, like, and share the stream. Yes, if you have the ability to share, I'll appreciate that as well. So we're going to move a little bit faster. Let's spin. I'll get some more names on the wheel in a second here. We've already been on for an hour and a half. We've got a little while to go, of course. Kira Welton is Kristen Welton's daughter. That makes her my BFF forever. She's always here as a moderator in the chat. She's got 352 subscribers. This is another creator that, again, is focusing on school right now, not as much as posting videos. Hopefully we'll get her posting a bit more stuff and eventually onto a weekly schedule as well. But right now she's got her own channel. She does her own thing, and she has got a lot of variety, including lifestyle videos, unboxings, product reviews, and some video game live streaming as well. The Duffus Family Channel, thank you so much for that super chat. As you can see, their link is dropped by Bautissimo, and for that reason, we will put your channel up next before I spin the wheel again. But I appreciate that very, very much. It is absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. And you can see Stream Elements and Nightbot. All of our robots are fighting each other for attention here at the same time. The Duffus Family Channel will come up next. I'm just copying and pasting out of another window here. When you see me staring off in the other window, it's because I'm focused on the chat for a second, even though I do not the greatest job of keeping up with it, as we all know. And what I will do now is start adding some more names to the Wheel of Doom. The Duffus Family Channel has 611 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther, maybe get them to 615 today, a little bit closer to 620, and get them rolling on the road to the 700 we know they're thinking about. And thank you one more time for that super chat. Of course, I really do appreciate that. You've stripped a tiny bit of life off of our stream boss there. Washington County News Station, Utah is our stream boss. And I'm just looking for the next couple of channels I'm going to add to the wheel. Dalciso Runo, did we look at that? Yeah, okay, forgive me. We're only on Friday, and already I'm not keeping track of who we've had on the wheel and on the screen. Dalciso Runo is going on right now. Sgt Life is coming up. For those of you who've listened to me talk about the haircut that I was so happy to be getting, it would have been on Monday. And it's not happening. Not happening for months. We know that already. So you have that to look forward to as well. We'll look at Declan Fans 2020 official. And I'll refresh my page. I'll add another couple of names in a moment. And thank you one more time, the Duffus Family Channel. Let's spin. We'll see who's coming up next. I'll keep going with names. I'm just refreshing another page over here. It's a very intricate operation I've got going on, how we work the Wheel of Doom here. It's a very involved process. 614 subscribers for Dalciso Runo, who has let us know they are a writer first, as well as focused on YouTube. But I do see you're actually heavy on a lot of the social networks as well. Instagram, Twitter, Patreon. Is that Buy Me a Coffee? Oh no, Ko-fi? Okay, forgive me, I don't know that icon. Not off the top of my head, I might have to look at that. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'll get them over 615 subscribers today, hopefully a little bit closer to 620, and moving on the road towards 700. And TWTTV is still in the house. Holly's Hobby House is here. That's another loyal and dedicated supporter. I see them out supporting others frequently. Kofi. I'm going to have to look. Oh, coffee. Is that what that is? Coffee as in buy me a coffee. Okay, I wondered about that. I haven't actually looked at that network too much yet, although I know it's getting very popular. So, I'm just looking at what I can do about adding a couple of more names here. Princess Beyond Passions can come up. And a Retronic Collector, I think, said that they were leaving, right? Yeah, they left a while ago. Okay, I'll add some more names in a moment. We'll take this one by one now, I think. I'm so sorry, Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs. You know, I wanted to feature your channel. It's probably overdue, actually, because Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs has been a channel that's been back with us, I think, for every live stream for several weeks now. And when I say I feature channels based on generosity and impact, she certainly has had impact on our community. And I see you here all the time, so I probably could have done it sooner, but I didn't. I don't usually do live streams on Fridays quite this late. It's usually a couple hours earlier, but I did want to get you featured. And it's really more about introducing your channel to the community, right? The reason I feature channels is so that even when I'm not live streaming, you still have over 150 opportunities to meet generous, loyal, dedicated supporters of TuberChat. You know, because we featured somebody on almost every episode that we've done from the beginning. We're closing in on 200 episodes very soon. So I just want to make sure that we give everybody the opportunity to meet each other even when we're not live streaming. Not everybody can make it to every live stream, of course, right? Miss Beauty KTV, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, I'll put your channel up next before I spin the wheel again. And right now, we're looking at Northern Mustangs, a fellow Canadian with 1,140 or so subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther, maybe get them over 1,140, closer to 1,150. They'll be halfway on the road towards 1,200. And Metrosonic, oh, busy recovering. Oh dear, food poisoning, my goodness. Oh wow, and that's really, really good news that you've got about your best friend, Metrosonic. I remember when you were talking just a couple of months ago about meeting her for the first time. So I'm very glad that that is working out for you. Very, very happy for Metrosonic. A 14-year veteran of YouTube is in the house. So, hopefully everybody will connect with Northern Mustangs. They are another creator who's been with TuberChat many, many times before. And like I said, I'm going to move a little bit faster now. Maybe what we'll do is we'll go after this live stream and I will show you what I was talking about with Two Pineapples. They have got a... oh, I see what you've done. You've got a lot of featured channels here on your front page like this. And then as well, we'll look at your content. Miss Beauty KTV is a brand new connection for TuberChat. Now, I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, so I'm going to take this 12-minute video here, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up and I will subscribe and turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. And then hopefully you will subscribe to TuberChat as well and put our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And You can see there's a lot of delicious looking content on this channel, so I'm looking forward to getting to know this channel. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream. You can see that YouTube's actually playing games. I think we got up to like 65 thumbs up, and a lot of those have already disappeared. That's one thing about like all this purging and stuff that YouTube does. It happens not only with subscribers. Most of you have noticed it happens with hours, with views, with thumbs up. It even happens with thumbs down. You know, occasionally all of us will end up getting some thumbs down, but when especially you get people with fake accounts or malicious accounts that are constantly going around doing that to everybody, you'll notice that usually within 24 to 48 hours, a lot of your thumbs down disappear, which is great news. And Antoinette Fun is coming up right now. This is another channel that was recently featured on TuberChat. And we don't know how many subscribers they have right this second, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're looking for. We all know what it's like to hit different milestones of different types. So whether you're on your first subscriber, first 10, 20, 100, 1,000, or 10,000 or beyond, we all know what it's like to get those feelings when you hit a new milestone. So we just want to push this channel a little bit farther, and hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. We've seen Antoinette at Fun with us again and again. There you go. Ghostly Winds knows a little bit more about Metrosonic than even I do. Exploring with Shirley Lynch. We're going to get you onto the wheel right now. I'm going to start moving much faster because we're in the second half of the live stream. Holly's Hobby House, Life with Rose and Ann. I'm not sure if I welcomed you, but thank you for coming in. Little Frenchie in Big Texas is overdue for getting onto the wheel right now. I'll add some more names shortly. Let's spin, and we'll get another channel up and see what they got going on for us. What I was saying is when we're done today, we'll go and we'll raid 2 pineapples. Because like I said, they've always got a 24-hour live stream going. I want you to see what this is like. And they have expressed the idea to me specifically that, you know, they absolutely want to encourage people to ask questions. If there's things that you want to know about what they're doing with their channel. For those of you keeping score, they are moving extremely rapidly. One of the fastest that we've seen in the TuberChat community. Oh, I see what you mean, Sam Slogs, Trains of More. Yeah, and thank you for the extra thumbs up. I see that a few of you did that. Life with Adrienne XO, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Never late. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend in TuberChat. I know not everybody can be here just because it's convenient for me to stream at the times that I do, but I try to move them around so that we can accommodate everybody. Chen Chen Official, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Holly's Hobby House is an extremely supportive creator. I see her specifically often at 2 Pineapples, but in other people's live streams and possibly premieres and stuff like that. I try to hit as many as I can. You know, as I'm sure everybody does. The more, you know, as long as we're all out supporting each other as much as we possibly can, then everybody's going to be just fine, right? So Holly's Hobby House, we don't know how many subscribers they have right this second, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they are looking towards. And then let us think about spinning the wheel. If anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, it really does help. It does wonders for the algorithm, of course, when you bring new people into a live stream. And then as well, if anybody hasn't already given the thumbs up, I see that a few people are, so thank you for that. Let me spin. We'll see who's coming up next. We always work a little bit faster in the second half of the live stream. We've been on for what's getting close to 2 hours now. Life with Rose and Ann. Let's see what you got going on for us. So this is another creator. We don't know how many subscribers she has right this second, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're looking towards. And again, you see another generous creator here willing to allow people to connect in a similar way to what we do here on TuberChat. And thank you, Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC, for sharing out. I appreciate that. Holly's Hobby House, it's my pleasure to have your channel up. And other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay in the chat. I hope I haven't missed anything like a question or a comment that anybody's asked or mentioned specifically for me. Mr. Fulton Mraz, yes, I wasn't 100% sure about that news. I've been off the news for a few days, Mr. Fulton Mraz, but thank you for sharing. Mr. Fulton Mraz is a very generous creator who always shares for us and has been with TuberChat since the beginning. I've probably been connected to him for well over a year now. He's been with me both on my personal channel and always shares, has been with me on my personal channel and here at TuberChat. Thank you, the HowToLady. That is a creator that always spreads lots of positivity through the chat. I appreciate it greatly. Let's spin and we'll see who's coming up next. We're going to look at Norfolk Dashcam, who happens to be a gold member. So they get that guaranteed feature that the silver and gold members get with those slides at the beginning, middle, and end of the live stream. And then as well, their link has been dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we have seen. With 750 subscribers, they are getting very, very close to the 1,000 that we all think about, and hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. They're already halfway on the road to 800. And, oh, Life with Roseanne, 996 right now. Oh, my goodness, wow. It's possible we could get Life with Roseanne over 1,000 today. If everybody who hasn't already connected with Life with Roseanne connects with them right now, we'll get them to the 1,000. The only thing is we also want to push, excuse me, a little bit farther, right? So that they don't end up slipping. If, you know, YouTube decides to play games with their subscribers tomorrow, we want to make sure they get that nice and locked in. And wife comes first, 2 real geeks. Yes, absolutely. And then thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Yes, I know it's late for you, so thank you for the time that you spent. So hopefully everybody will connect with Norfolk Dashcam. They actually allow everybody to submit from around the world, and once a month they do a compilation, which we saw a few days ago. So anybody can get their content featured in their videos, and then you'll be helping a fellow creator out as well. And thank you so much, 2 Real Geeks. Yes, hopefully we'll see you again very soon. Like I said, we're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. This is Lil Frenchie in Lil Frenchie in Big Texas with 758 subscribers, about the same as what we were looking at a moment ago with Norfolk Dashcam. Hopefully we can push this creator a little bit farther as well. She was recently featured on TuberChat, and hopefully we'll get her over 760 right now. Yeah, I don't want to put words like that in the chat filler account, but thank you for that. And then, other than that, hopefully everybody is doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. TWTTV, I should have had you on the wheel already. Let's get you on there. And my pleasure, Little Frenchie in Big Texas, of course. And let's spin. We'll see who's coming up next. Yes, YouTube loves to play games, unfortunately. Princess Beyond Passions, thank you for coming in. Let's get your channel up. That channel is going to be featured as well this weekend. And with 664 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Oh, why is my, I got an extension that's not working too. Oh my goodness. I almost lost my wheel for a second, but we're okay. I'm just looking at something in another window here. I must have accidentally turned something off that I didn't mean to. Alright, we're looking at Princess Beyond Passions. Like I said, 664 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. Maybe close to 670 today. A little bit closer on the road to 700 that we know that they're thinking about. Princess Beyond Passions has been back with us again and again for almost every single live stream lately, as a matter of fact, since finding us. So, you know, they've definitely had impact on our community, and for that reason, I wanted to feature them. And then, yes, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Let's spin, and we'll see who's coming up next. Mr. Fulton Mraz. This is a creator who, like I said, always shares for us. They're very generous. They've been with TuberChat from the beginning, connected to me for well over a year now. Hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. With 1,900 subscribers, they've got the 1,900 locked in. They're officially on the road to 2K, and I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther right now. Princess Beyond Passion seems to have variety on their channel. But as soon as you connect with them, you'll be able to go through all their content, of course. See, I put channels on the screen for two reasons. Number one, because we got to have something to talk about for 2 hours while we're doing what we're doing in the chat, right? That's why it's called TuberChat, because the important part is everybody conversating in the chat. I'm just here to fill the time while we do that. I'm hoping that, you know, we all share knowledge, and I can share some of my experience as well, and hopefully help everybody a little bit while we're doing that. We get to know each other. But I put channels on the screen as well so that I can get to know the channels themselves and the creators behind those channels over time, right? And then everybody kind of helps with branding, right? Of course, every time you hear me mention, like Mr. Fulton Mraz now has been mentioned well over 100 times on TuberChat for sure, because he's been here since the beginning. Not for maybe every single live stream, but most of them. And it gives a, you know, everybody knows it's a bit of a focus on, it's not just how long you're here, but how much you're interacting with everybody in the chat as well. So when you hear me mention channels 2, 3, 4, 5 times, you might go to them, right? Standard marketing says that, you know, if I just put a channel up, you're not necessarily going to go to it, right? And with good reason. Of course. But when you hear me mention the same channel 5 times over 5 live streams here in TuberChat, you're probably going to connect with them because you're understanding that that's a serious channel. They're here. They're willing to put up with our restrictions and our strict chat and everything else. And they're serious about growing their channel. That's probably somebody you want to be connected to. So, something to think about. Not even that I'm right, but it's an idea. Not to mention, I always leave the, I try to always leave the live chats along with the live streams, so you can always go back and catch anybody that you missed if you wanted to. I don't typically expect everybody to go back and watch hours and hours and hours of, you know, TuberChat replays, but you could. They're there, right? Exploring with Shirley Lynch. I thought we were already connected, but I could be mistaken about that. This might be your first time putting your channel up on the screen. So what I'm going to do is take this latest video of yours, 10 minutes, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I'll give you a thumbs up and I'll subscribe. And I will turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. Hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat as well and you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then we are pretty much the Doom Wheel's inspiration to grow and blossom. Yes, absolutely. Ghostly Winds, well put. Let me see what we're going to do about getting another couple of names on here. Life with Adrienne XO. I did get TWT TV on there. They were recently featured with 2 different channels over the last several weeks, as a matter of fact. And let's spin. We'll see who's coming up next. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I'll appreciate that greatly. They really do help the stream, of course. We are going to look at Scratch and Pete PA. This is TuberChat's first and most loyal and dedicated moderator. And forgive me, you never know how to describe these things, right? I'm hoping that the way I describe them is always, it's always meant in a positive way, right? Scratch and PPA has been a loyal and dedicated supporter to TuberChat for months and months and months. And even before being, asked to be a moderator on TuberChat was already, he was selected for that reason. But not that it was a selection. It was that, I asked Scratch and Pete, would you like to be a moderator? And luckily, Scratch and PPA graciously accepted. So he's already a moderator on, I don't even know how many channels. Many, lots. Most of you know that. You probably have him as a moderator on your channels. I take moderating very, very seriously. You can tell, even if you haven't been here many times, because we have almost no moderators. We have very few. And every moderator that we have has a story to go along with them. But Scratch and PPA has been a dedicated moderator for a long time now and is a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community at large, as well as here in the TuberChat community. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They've got 405 subscribers right now, so he's got his 400 locked in, and hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. We will get them moving towards the, on the road to the 500 that we know he's thinking about. Scratch and PPA has a interactive series of videos going on their channel now. They've got content that allows you to vote and have influence over what's going to come out the next week. And you can do that by, first of all, subscribing to Scratch and PPA here, but then following them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And like I said, you have a chance to vote on next week's content. I'm just wondering, 2 pineapples, do you want me to, which stream do you want everybody to go to? Let me just type a message just in case you're not catching it right this second. See, 2 Pineapples has 2 24-hour live streams going right now. We had their channel up earlier, and we were talking about it, but they had only one at the time. So they've put the second stream up right now. I'm just going to ask them which one we want to hop into when we do the raid, and I'll get the link right away. And Shemblem TV, good to see you still here. Life with Adrienne XO is coming up right now. Let's see what they've got going on for us. TuberChatians. Hopefully everybody is having a good time. And then, yes, 2 Real Geeks is 4 away from another milestone, which is cool. Life with Adrienne XO. I just let Shemblem TV take your spot on the wheel. This is a creator who's been back with TuberChat again and again. They were one of, well, I don't know how, I have to look back. Did you say, I think you mentioned it the other day. I can't remember what number we were talking about it. I can't remember if I was talking here or offline. Life with Adrienne XO was featured months and months and months and months ago with TuberChat, and for good reason. They're a generous creator. They allow people to connect in their live streams the same way that we do here in TuberChat, but as well, they're doing a great job of posting frequently, as you can see. They've got 1,440 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther, maybe even to 1,450, halfway to the 1,500 that we know they're thinking about. And like I said, they've been back with us again and again. They went through a slight name change, but it's been months and months and months ago. It was Adrienne Villanueva Vlogs, and now it's Life with Adrienne XO. But this is one thing that I really enjoy, and forgive me for just taking advantage of the opportunity to talk about it. But when a channel is monetized and still comes back to continue to grow, you never know when the next, creator. You hear me tell stories about creators here all the time who are with TuberChat, who are longtime dedicated loyal supporters and this and that. You never know when, I don't like to talk about playing favorites, right? But you know who your top 10 supporters are. Everybody does on their channel. The channels, the creators who keep coming back to watch your videos, to give you likes, the best comments and things like that, who are truly excited for you. You never know when the next one is going to come around. So the journey hopefully doesn't stop when you get your 1,000 subscribers or when you get monetized. I hope that it keeps going for you. All I wish for everybody is to get out of YouTube what you want to get out of it. That's what I wish. Nothing specific. It's not up to me to decide what success is. It's up to you. It's not up to me to decide what I think you should have. I try not to tell everybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. I try. What I wish for us is just to share our information so that we can all get out of YouTube what we want. But once I know what you want out of YouTube, then what I feel like my job is, as far as advice and help and things like that, where it's appropriate, is that I want you to maximize. So for a lot of us, we think about monetization. What I wish for everybody is once you get monetized, to be able to maximize that monetization. This is Shemblem TV, a creator who's been connected to TuberChat for a long, long time. I didn't have your bell on, so it must have been a little while since you've been here, but that's okay. We've got your bell on now, as I put it on for all creators. We're not sure how many subscribers they have right this second, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they are looking for. I'm just going to drop something in the chat for everybody here. I've just dropped a link. I'm going to pin it to the chat. That is for Two Pineapple's main stream. They've got two 24-hour streams going right now that you can check out when you get over there. If you don't mind, just please say TuberChat Raid when you get there. And they've always got engaging conversation going on. So one of the things I say all the time, we jump between live streams and premieres and things like that. But whenever you're looking for something to watch, you can know that Two Pineapples, for instance, always has a 24-hour live stream going. There is always conversation happening. So you can head over there anytime, and you'll likely find exciting things happen. Like I said, sometimes they're even live 3 times, where they've got two 24-hour live streams, and then they've also got a live stream going where they're out on location, and then as well they post a lot of videos, so they do a fantastic job. And then yes, Shemblem TV, my pleasure having your channel up. This is Sgt Life. This is another creator who's back with us again and again for almost every live stream. They've been previously featured, of course. They do the featured channels collaboration, which I absolutely appreciate, and I talk about that all the time. So hopefully everybody will consider doing that, and as well swapping playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours. If anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists with each other, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then we will spin one more time. And like I said, hopefully everybody will hit that link and head over to Two Pineapples for a TuberChat raid. I will join everybody there after we look at the last couple of channels. I'm going to make sure I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If there's any channels in the chat that I've missed, just please say something so that I can make sure that I get you. We'll look right before we go. I will leave this chat running for several minutes after we end the live stream so that everybody can clean up their connections, and then you can continue connecting with people in the Two Pineapples live stream as well. Just please beware, there might be another couple of people there not from the TuberChat community, so you want to feel people out by having a conversation first before connecting with everybody. And then you're supposed to have a video featured on Tuesday with Parachills. Oh, interesting. Okay, I don't know if I know that channel specifically, but that is a cool thing that everybody will have to look forward to. Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs is our featured channel for today, so if you connect with that channel, you'll have some brand new content to look at coming within the next few days. Matt's Internet, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I'll get you onto the wheel right away. They've been here before. And then change your channel art. Declan Fans 2020. Oh, yes, I see. Yes, you have changed your channel art. That's very nice of you to have done. It's very thoughtful. And then as well, Declan Fans 2020 official has 1,250 or so subscribers. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. They're halfway on the road to 1,300. Hopefully we could get them a little bit closer. Let's spin one more time. We'll see who these last couple of channels are going. Well, we'll see what they've got going on for us. TWTTV is here with two different channels. They also come to us with Lil Red and Bunny Tracks often, which is a music channel made by the same creators behind TWTTV. Oh, Mama Glow Up, I didn't put you on the wheel yet. Let's get you on there. And TWTTV, we're unsure how many subscribers they have right this second, but that's okay. We just want to push them a little bit farther so that we can help them get to the next milestone that they're looking for. This is a dynamic family of creators, and hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. Inspiring Charm, forgive me, I didn't get you on the wheel yet either. Let's spin, we'll get one more channel up. Yeah, I put that link up so anybody can raid anytime. I pinned it, but you're welcome to stay here for a few minutes more if you want. I'm going to leave the live stream running as I always do for a few minutes before we end so that everybody can finish their connections here. And then, like I said, you can continue connecting over into Pineapples. Inspiring Charm has 1,120 subscribers. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther as well. Maybe even to 1,130. Or so, and get them moving on the road towards 1,200. They're already fully monetized, and again, this is another channel that's back even after monetization, because you never know when your next magical supporter, really loyal and dedicated supporter, is going to come from. And Mama Glow Up and Matt's Internet are still here. So we will get to spin and pick between these two channels. And the link is pinned in the chat for anybody that wants to go over to Two Pineapples right now. I'll join you in a few minutes. And we'll drop that link one more time when we're past the last channel here. We've already been on for over 2 hours. So, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I'll appreciate that as well. Diana Brienne Fairchild is here. Let's get you onto the wheel as well. Mama Glow Up has 943 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther as well. They are almost halfway towards the, they're officially on the road to 1K. And, Diana Brienne Fairchild is a creator with thousands and thousands of subscribers. we will look at that channel in another moment. And thank you for coming in. I usually don't do live streams quite this late, but I do move them around so that we can meet different creators from different time zones all the time. So next Friday, I'll make sure we push a little bit earlier on Friday, but for today, it's okay. We wanted to try something a little bit later, a little bit different. We're going to look at that channel right now. Look at your luck. As soon as you walk in, your channel comes right up. Diana Brianne Fairchild has been with TuberChat many times before. Look at that, 13,000 subscribers, moving even farther. And like I said, it's great to see channels like this that are still pushing, still growing, so that, you know, you never know where your next really loyal and dedicated supporters are going to come from, right? And thank you for sharing, Diana Brianne Fairchild, and thank you for mentioning to everybody, yes, to share. Thank you, Scratch and Pete PA, for reminding everybody as well many times to share and give a thumbs up if you haven't already. Big Change Music is in the house. Good to see you here. I'll put your channel onto the wheel in a quick second here. Let's spin, and we'll get another channel up here. Diana Brianne Fairchild has a couple channels, actually, but this one here, you can see how strong with 13,000 subscribers. So there's obviously much to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by. Let's get Big Change Music up here and see what they got going on. They've been with us before, of course. 122 subscribers. Hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther, get them rolling towards the get them rolling towards 130 and a little bit closer to the 200 that we know that they're thinking about. And then, yes, when we share, we grow. Absolutely. Diana Brianne Fairchild. And then just for fun, we will spin one more time, and we will put Matt's Internet up and see what they've got going on for us today. And I'm almost going to make the wrong link. Here we go. And thank you for catching us. You got us right at the end of the live stream. But I'm going to leave it running for a few more minutes so everybody can clean up their connections. Then hopefully everybody will join me over at 2 Pineapples for a TuberChat raid. We will enjoy some music and some beautiful views. They live in Hawaii, so they've got a lot of gorgeous content for us to see on a 24-hour live stream, one of 2 that they have going on right now. And it's really interesting the things that they've got going on. They've become dear friends with TuberChat, and somebody that we talk to probably once a week offline, and we share lots of information about the exciting things that are going on, the things we're trying to do about our channels and everything else, and with the intent of sharing that information with everybody. So this is Matt's Internet, last channel that we're going to look at for today. 126 subscribers. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. They've been back with us a couple of times now. We want to push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 130, and a little bit closer to the 200 that we know they're thinking about. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you've spent. Tomorrow's live stream will be much earlier. We really jumbled around the times this weekend, but we will see you in literally what ends up being just a few hours. Tomorrow, hopefully, and then as well on Sunday, and again on Monday. Deborah Finney, Spirit Orbs. Everybody's waiting in their PJs. Yes, thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs was our featured channel for today. We looked at that channel for the first 10 minutes of today's live stream and featured them across all of our social networks. So thank you everybody once again, and we will see you very, very soon, hopefully tomorrow, but if not, then as soon as possible after. Bye bye everyone.